It's suicide for Nigerian government to support herders against state governments in court, Falana. He further said the alliance between the herders and the federal government was at variance with the National Livestock Transformation Plan. Human rights lawyer Femi Falana, senior advocate of Nigeria, has described as unconstitutional and a political suicide move by the federal government to support herders who are planning to challenge the anti-open grazing law in court. Falana said this while reacting to a statement by Umar Gwandu, the Special Assistant Media to the Attorney General of the Federation and the Minister of Justice Abubakar Malami, that the federal government supports moves by herders to sue the southern governors over the anti-open grazing bill they recently signed into law in their respective states. Falana said the decision of the federal government to take side in the dispute between the herdsmen and the southern governors is a constitutional aberration and a political suicide. He added specifically it is a gross violation of Section 17 of the Constitution, which provides that the Nigerian people are entitled to equal rights and opportunities before the law, and Section 42, therefore, which has prohibited the federal government from conferring advantage on any group of citizens. Accordingly, the resources of the entire Nigerian people cannot be dissipated on defending herders against state government. He further said the alliance between the herders and the federal government was at variance with the National Livestock Transformation Plan of the government, which had adopted ranching. In defending the herders in the case, the federal government will certainly run into serious contradictions, having made available the sum of 6.2 billion naira to Katsina for ranching. The federal government will not be permitted to turn round to embrace open grazing. The court will not allow the federal government to approbate and reprobate at the same time, he said. Well, this is the senior advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, has said it's suicide for Nigerian government to support herders against state government in court. Well, the people have rightly said that this issue has taken so long because of these herdsmen share the same religion or share the same tribe with some of our top governing politicians, that the president is a Fulani man and these herders, 90-something percentage of them are Fulani. That is why you can see that this issue keeps on lingering for so long. Imagine if herdsmen were from another part of the country or another tribe, maybe herdsmen were Yoruba men. I'm sure the federal government will have banned them from moving their flocks from one state to another state. The federal government will have banned open grazing a long time ago. But because of this herdsmen share the same religion or share the same ethnic background or tribe with some top politicians, that is why they are afraid to correct them. That is why they are afraid to say anything about this issue. You can see that the president has never called these people killer herdsmen, no matter what they have been doing. And herdsmen have caused a lot of issues in Nigeria. There is no state you can point in Nigeria that have not gone to maybe cause havoc, destroy people's farmland, kill farmers or things like that. But the president has never called it to order. You always say herders. Who are the herders? You can see what the governor of Katsina State said, Aminu Masiri. He said that these bandits we see today are not foreigners. They are not people that came from other countries. They are people that have been living with us for hundreds of years. And he said that 90-something percentage of them are Fulanis that share the same tribe with him, that speaks Fulfulde, according to the sources he has gotten. So this is the issue. Because of this tribe, because of this religion, that is why these herders have been causing havoc and nobody has been able to call them to order. Not a single herdsman have gone to court. Not a single herdsman have stand trial because of why? Tribe and religion. And how can we go further with this? How can we move further with this? If everybody is treated equally, then we can progress. And now the federal government is thinking of standing in the same line with the herdsmen in court, because the Meiti Allah said they are suing the southern governors for this anti-open grazing law. And with what the minister, the attorney general said, he is proposing that the federal government might take side with the herders, and that is not cool. According to what Femi Falana said, he said it's a suicide, because the federal government, it is against the constitution for it to support a particular group. These herdsmen have been causing issues in Nigeria, and supporting them will show that Nigerian government is not for all. Nigerian government is for a particular tribe. If peradventure the federal government support the herdsmen in court, well, what are your thoughts and opinion? Drop them down in the comment section below while we move on to the other news. Jonathan seeks independence for African electoral bodies. Jonathan seeks independence for African electoral bodies. Former President Goodluck Jonathan has stressed the need for electoral management bodies in Africa continent to be free to discharge their responsibilities in order to deliver credible elections. He also enjoined African lawyers across the continent to use their calling to promote justice, equity, and the rule of law. This was contained in a statement titled "Former President Jonathan Attacks African Lawyers on Democracy, Rule of Law," released by his media office on Monday. The statement quoted him to have said this in a speech he presented as the guest speaker at the 2021 Annual African Bar Association Conference holding in Niamey, Niger Republic. Jonathan said, "There is no doubt that the independence of the electoral management bodies is the key plank upon which a thriving democracy rests. I've always made the case that a truly democratic system narrows the space for strife and conflict. It is therefore the prerogative of the legal professionals to not only protect the independence of the electoral management bodies, but also seek to ensure the integrity of the electoral processes." Well, Jonathan have said it all. Jonathan seeks independence for African electoral bodies. You can see that most at times in Africa, our electoral bodies are affiliated with a particular party. You see them striving so hard to make a particular party attain the position of the president, of the governor, of any political office because of what they stand to gain. You can see the last INEC chairman, when they were doing the probing and everything, a woman that has been clamoring and shouting Buhari's name for years, now she came out and said she wants to be the INEC chairman. Somebody that is already a top of Buhari fan. So how can it be independent when we can see that this woman already like a particular party? She has been wearing APC dress. So if any election should come up now, we can know that this woman will try all her possible best to make sure that APC party wins the election. But it ought not to be so. INEC will be an independent body. That's the name. Independent National Electoral Commission. So that they can do their duty, carry their duty independently without being interfered with by any politician or by any party. This is the only way we can have democracy and justice and equity in this our motherland. Well, what are your thoughts and opinion concerning that? You can drop them down in the comment section. And if you're coming here for the first time, this is Nation Voice Tower, where we call a spade a spade. We don't have time to dilute any news or sugarcoat any news. We tell it as it is on this platform. So please, if you are here to join our family, please, I would love you to subscribe to this channel. Your thoughts, your opinion, your ideas, what you think concerning Nigeria matters a lot. So please hit that subscribe button, and once you have done that, drop your comment in the comment section below. Let us know what you think concerning things happening in Nigeria and also the news of all today. And thank you for joining this family, and thank you so much, and do have a wonderful week. God bless you.